Matthew, start the afternoon off with two horses in the first race, Arminius and Tilmeath.
Yeah, Arminius probably be very green and need a bit further. He's definitely one worth following. And Tilmeath was slightly disappointing on debut. We've put the blinkers on, his work seems better, so he must have a place chance.
All right, matches, some lovely runners on Saturday, but some of the fields are tough because it is getting to that time of the year. We start off with Hertog in race number 2.
Yes, Andrew, he's a horse. He was gone a bit wayward lately, but his last one was very good. Not far, didn't finish far off the runners and the winner. And Apprentice handicap, nice draw. Nathan Klink, he knows the horse. Good run into the places.
Yeah, it's lovely when you get an apprentice that knows the horse because, obviously some of them are getting on board for the first time.
That's right. Yeah, now he's lucky we got these apprentices. They live here at the course at Untitled, and we get the use of them.
Yeah, he won a nice race last time. I thought it was a very good ride from Luke. These appy races, things can go very strangely. So Luke's got a cool head on him. So if he can get another soft lead or ride him smartly again, then I'm sure he can run a decent race.
I wasn't at the meeting, but I seem to think that you had a stable companion run second.
Yeah, we did. Luke got away, and the stable companion was closing and catching, but Luke got away at the right time. I think he's a limited horse that would need something like that to happen for him again to go well.
All right, Sean, thank you very much for your time. The stable in cracking form, 4 beautiful winners at TURFFONTEIN yesterday. And you start off with Fortuna d'Oro. Looks like a peak run for those people who believe in third run after the rest. Form's good.
Yeah, she's a filly that we've battled with the enzymes a little bit. She travels a little too hard in a race, and although she's won over a mile in 14:50, I just want to see her back in the 12 because she shows a lot of speed at home. And I'm not quite certain about the distance. It's a learning curve, but if she takes to it, she could go close.
Super. Then her stable companion has raced with a good measure of success throughout the winter, and she seems to have shown no ill effects from that, and she looks like a lively contender as well.
Yes, I think she enjoys this inside course. Funny enough, I've been looking for a 14:50 for her, but haven't quite got the draw. Yes, I'm happy to have the draw here, and she should go well, even though I think this is a minimum trip for her.
Okay, the hitherto unbeaten Eden Rock returns to racing. I'm not sure whether the form's working out from that Group 1, but it might be irrelevant because that's clearly not his run.
He played up very badly on parade, Andrew, and they've sent me about 10 photographs of the horse, how badly he was playing up, and I didn't see that on the day, funny enough. I only got the photographs after the event, but it certainly could account for a run like that, and the fact that he certainly travelled too hard in the race, and clearly, couldn't finish off after travelling too well. It's a comeback run. I've got the feeling that this inside course 1200 might be a bit on the sharp side. He's got a big weight, but he is class, and hoping he can get away with it, but no real confidence.
Having said that, there was never really a lot between him and the ultimate 2-year-old champion from the Joey Soma yard. Had you won that, you would have been champion 2-year-old. Completely different kettle of fish.
Yeah, listen, I think we'd done enough anyway. We won a Group 1 and a Group 2, but we can't all agree on everything. So I'm quite happy for the winners, and they deserve to get their award. But let's see what happens. It's a new season. In my mind, I can put a line right through that run. Clearly, the panelists couldn't, but maybe I'm wrong.
Into the first leg of the pick 6, you've got another Dutchman's horse, Donderweer, an informative race 4.
Very nice horses, Andrew. Donderweer showed a great win last time. He is a talented horse. But having said that, we're throwing them in the deep end, a very tough Progress Plate, some very good horses there. So both of them, Donderweer and informative, just hoping for place chances.
Yeah, he's coming off a layoff, very strong field. We've got other races in mind, so we'll just be using this as a stepping stone towards those.
Saints Alive and Aurelia Cotter, and it would appear to be Saints Alive's peak run.
Yes, Pia gets on really well with her. I'm hoping that she could go close in this race. I was very happy with Aurelia Cotter's comeback run over. She was a filly that was really highly rated as a young horse. She unfortunately never got to the heights that we expected of her. But she's going to be competitive.
Then you're laden in the 6th race with all of Mrs. Simpson, talented, only to win. We know what we're getting there. And, of course, the progressive Queen Supreme.
Yeah, Mrs. Simpson definitely has made improvement from her last run. I think she'll be a lot closer this time, but still has a little room for improvements. Queen Supreme's very fit and well. It's a good test of her ability. It's a stronger field. Hoping that she can go well again.
It's a Group 1 kind of race in some respects. Obviously, Wonderwall is a very, very special horse over 14 and 1450. He tries the mile. And his stable companion, obviously, Social Order, ran a cracking race down in KwaZulu-Natal, and even a better race back here in Joburg, where the form has already been franked.
Yeah, they're both hard knockers, Andrew. They both, they both would run, as you say, in feature races. They wouldn't be far off them. This looks like a tough race. However, it seems that a couple of them are prepping. Big weights to shoulder. Our horses are fit, and they could give a bit of cheek. I would think maybe Wonderwall, even though we are stretching him at the mile. I think he is out of a Silvano mare by Karari, so the pedigree suggests that he could get this trip and more. The fact that we restricted him to the 14 as a colt, he couldn't get further than that. But since he's gelding, he sort of lost his speed over 12. So, we've decided to go further. Anyway, to cut a long story short, he should be competitive.
All of Noble Secret, Like a Panther and Barrahin, talented horses on their day and clearly prepping for bigger things to come.
Yeah, all nice horses, but all, like you said, prepping for races coming up. Not near 100% fitness. Even a horse like Noble Secret's coming off a wind operation. So just looking for nice positive runs on which we can build our season on.
Obviously, Socrat looks like a natural inclusion in the Charity Mile, and if not the Charity Mile, definitely the Summer Cup. I believe he'll stay without any difficulty. What's Team de KOCK thinking?
At this stage, Socrat definitely will be going for the Charity Mile, and after that we'll have to decide if we go Summer Cup or Green Point Stakes down in Cape Town and then Queen's Plate.
Okay, then you've got a bit of a break to the 8th where you've got Maddox Tune.
Nice winner last time out. Start to finish, she won impressively, I thought, and there's more improvement to come and going a little bit further, although she has to overcome a wide draw, which makes it tough for her.
Okay, and then to put the lid on the day, you've got Flying Duchess and In Trouble in the 9th.
Yeah, In Trouble. She's a limited filly, probably 1 or 2 more starts. If she doesn't improve, then she might have to find another discipline. Flaming Duchess, I thought, ran a good race first up for us. She's improved. A little bit of a deep draw, so it needs a bit of luck, but she's one that you definitely have to include.
In the last of the afternoon, you've got a horse called Winterwind.
Winterwind, a filly I was very excited about in Cape Town, and we got to Joburg and she just wasn't the same horse for some reason. There was clear improvement over the mile in her last start, and we'd just like to see a similar run. If she gets into the money, we'd be more than happy. And maybe she's looking for a bit further, I'm not sure.
And then finally, to put the lid on the day, quite ironically, the opposite of what it should be, Starting Line.
Yes, a good last run. Starting Line, she ran 3rd over 1800. Was a promising run. I think there is a little bit more improvement, and expected to run close, definitely in the first 3.
And finally, as far as the Charity Mile is concerned, obviously it's the first big pointer to the Sansui Summer Cup or the Summer Cup. What do you imagine that you'll have lining up for that race?
Listen, I think my first choice at this stage is probably Elmer Tawakal, but whether he gets in is another story. Obviously, we had to take our chances and race on a course in firm ground still for him, which he doesn't enjoy, and it's a very tight course for him, so he had to come from a long way back yesterday. But I don't know if there's still wild cards, but maybe he could get in on a wild card or something like that. But at this stage, he was my spearhead.
You've made no secret of the fact, neither Lyle Hewitson from the very, very early days at Zilzal was always a group type of horse. He's always shown that, but now the gelding seems to have really clicked his mind into gear and the pennies dropped.
Yeah, I think that certainly is the case. I mean, we haven't really seen enough to be overly confident as yet. I mean, it wasn't the Starfield that he beat. He was rated to win it comfortably. However, he got beat as a colt on the inside track over 2,000, which is more to his liking. And, as a colt, so he's obviously putting it together better. And at the same time, his behavior is way better. So I think he clearly needed it and has benefited. And once again, I hope that he could reach the heights that we'd hoped.
So no more pig rooting.
No, he seems to be behaving.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you, boy.